Can you imagine riding a bike in a hot air balloon at 7,000 feet? Sign up to Zarpado, we're starting. The Stein Winter Supercargo 2040 truck looks more like a futuristic beast than a simple transport. Designed to move gigantic loads like airplanes or industrial machinery, it combines brute strength with surprising maneuverability. Its hydraulic system allows it to lift tons with ease, while its robust chassis guarantees stability even during complicated maneuvers. Dynotomic pushes art to the limits, creating stunning works using gunpowder and fire as paintbrushes. With almost magical precision, he burns surfaces to bring to life fantastical portraits and figures that seem to rise from the ashes. His technique, as risky as it is fascinating, transforms the chaos of fire into controlled beauty. Each work is a blend of danger, talent, and pure creativity. The mangosteen, nicknamed the Queen of Fruits, is a tropical treasure with a purple rind hiding a juicy white flesh with a unique flavor. Its blend of sweetness and acidity makes it irresistibly refreshing, like a hug between citrus and exoticism. Beyond its taste, it's a bombshell of vitamin C and antioxidants, ideal for taking care of your body. The Red Bull F1 drone is a technological gem that brings the speed and design of Formula One to the air. With an ultralight yet strong structure and an advanced propulsion system, this drone not only flies fast but handles with astonishing precision. Equipped with high-resolution cameras, it offers a first-person experience, immersing drivers and spectators in the action. The Victoria water lily is an aquatic wonder straight out of a fairy tale, with floating leaves that can reach up to 3 meters in diameter and withstand the weight of a person. Native to the rivers of South America, especially the Amazon, it has a unique structure that distributes weight thanks to its veins. Its large, ephemeral flowers open at night, brilliant white, filling the air with a sweet scent to attract pollinating beetles. The transparent saltfish is an amazing ocean dweller whose almost invisible body allows it to blend in with its surroundings and escape predators. It lives in temperate and tropical waters around the world, moving with a curious jet propulsion system where it absorbs and expels water. Despite its jellyfish-like appearance, it is actually a tunicate, a type of animal closer to vertebrates. The female octopus can lay up to 500,000 eggs and becomes the ocean's most dedicated guardian. She doesn't eat, doesn't move much, and simply protects her future offspring with total devotion. When they hatch, the tiny octopuses ascend like brave explorers of the sea, a truly epic underwater motherhood. The first official Marvel film was Howard the Duck in 1986, although earlier, in 1944, Timely Comics, which would later become Marvel, had released a Captain America film. This little-remembered 1944 film marked Marvel's first steps into cinema. Curiously, in Avengers Endgame, Howard the Duck makes a brief appearance during the epic final battle as a tribute to its cinematic roots. The Paracetus colossus, a primitive whale from the Eocene discovered in Peru, was the largest creature to inhabit the seas. With an estimated weight between 85 and 340 tons, it even surpassed the blue whale. Its dense bones suggest this marine colossus may have been even larger than its modern successor. Hinduism, the world's oldest religion, has over 4,000 years of history and originated in India. Its teachings are based on the Vedas, and it is deeply focused on spirituality. Concepts such as karma, reincarnation, and meditation are not only part of Hinduism, but have impacted many other religions throughout time. The most crucial animal on the planet? The humble bee. With every buzz, it ensures the life of fruits, vegetables, and flowers. Without it, many ecosystems would collapse. It's small, yes, but it holds the world with its wings. The Fengdu Hellgate is a peculiar tourist attraction in China, a theme park that represents hell in Chinese mythology. It's filled with statues and representations of demons and lost souls, and it's said that souls must pass through here to reach the afterlife. The Danakil Desert in Ethiopia looks like something out of another planet. With boiling lava lakes, intensely colored hot springs, and unique geological formations, it's one of the most extreme and inhospitable places on Earth. Despite its danger, its surreal beauty attracts the most adventurous. A true natural spectacle. Orangutans are the largest primates in the world and spend almost their entire lives among tree branches. The most incredible thing is that they use tools. They can use branches to catch food and even large leaves as improvised umbrellas when it rains. The first film to use color technology was Walt Disney's Flowers and Trees in 1932, marking a milestone in cinematic history. To achieve this, a process called Technicolor was used, which required special lenses and 3 strips of film. Australian tennis player Samuel Groth holds the Guinness World Record for the fastest serve in tennis history, reaching a speed of 163.4 miles per hour in 2012 during a tournament in Busan, South Korea. The Polo Ralph Lauren logo, featuring a polo player riding a horse, was inspired by Ralph Lauren's love of the sport. The polo shirt has become a symbol of luxury and classic style associated with the brand. On February 8, 2020, the world's largest aerial firework was launched in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, a 375-pound projectile that rose to 2,201 feet before exploding in a red glow. This dazzling spectacle, part of the Winter Carnival, was witnessed by thousands of people and officially recorded by Guinness World Records, marking an unprecedented milestone in the history of pyrotechnics. Originally from Guadalajara, Jalisco, tortas ahogadas are a street delicacy that combines a crispy bolillo filled with carnitas with a total immersion in a spicy chile de árbol sauce. This dish, as tasty as it is challenging for spicy food lovers, is accompanied by pickled red onion and radishes, becoming an explosion of flavor that proudly represents the essence of Guadalajara. Surgical AR looks like something out of a futuristic movie, but it's already revolutionizing operating rooms with augmented reality. It projects 3D models of the human body in real time, merging scans such as CT scans with the precision of a digital surgeon. This tool allows the invisible to be seen, guiding the doctor's hands with millimeter accuracy. The bubble snail seems like something out of this world. With its gelatinous body and a shell as fragile as a soap bubble, it doesn't rely much on its own defenses. Instead, it relies on its slippery secretions and agility to survive on the sandy seabed. It glides in search of algae and microlife, leading a brief but curiously efficient existence. And when it's time to reproduce, it releases its eggs into the water, as if sowing tiny marine promises. A 63-year-old Mexican woman experienced an incredible story of deception, believing she was in love with Enrique Iglesias for 2 years through social media. The virtual relationship led her to send money and, surprisingly, leave her husband. The truth came to light when they discovered that the supposed singer was, in fact, a con artist from Nigeria. Enrique Iglesias, upon learning of the fraud, warned his followers about these deceptions. The East reactor reached an astonishing record of 100 million degrees Celsius, 5 times the temperature of the sun's core, by achieving nuclear fusion. This breakthrough allows for the generation of clean energy using deuterium extracted from seawater, an abundant resource. Surprisingly, just 1 liter of seawater produces the energy equivalent of 79 gallons of oil. Val Kilmer, remembered for his iconic roles in Top Gun and Batman Forever, passed away at the age of 65 due to pneumonia. For years, he had been battling throat cancer, which affected his voice and forced him to use a laryngotomy device. In Top Gun, Maverick, his iconic character, Iceman, returned thanks to a digital version of his original voice. Artificial clouds are now a reality, and no, They're not something out of a science fiction movie. This technology, designed to combat climate change, releases particles that reflect sunlight, thus cooling the planet. It's like putting sunglasses on the world, blocking out some of the heat, a climate hack with a serious purpose: protecting our future. Buying an apartment in Hong Kong is practically impossible for most. The price per square foot can exceed $3,720. A 269 square foot apartment can cost $1 million. The wait for public housing can take up to 6 years. Real estate madness. The longest flight in the world is offered by Singapore Airlines, connecting Singapore with New York. With an impressive distance of 9,500 miles, this direct flight becomes a true aerial odyssey. Although it may seem exhausting, passengers enjoy breathtaking views and luxury service throughout the entire journey, crossing almost the entire northern hemisphere. The world's longest-running anime isn't about action or magic, but about an ordinary family, Sazai-san. Since 1969, it has aired over 8,100 episodes and is still airing. In Japan, it's a Sunday tradition, an anime record that seems eternal. The strongest glue on the planet, the pufferfish is like a living balloon with ninja instincts. When it gets scared, it inflates like a football. This way, it manages to confuse its enemies, making itself look enormous and not at all tasty. Gruyere is a charming Swiss town famous for its namesake cheese, Gruyere. This cheese originated here and has been produced for 800 years. In addition to its delicious food, Gruyere boasts well-preserved medieval architecture, including its 13th century castle, which attracts tourists from all over the world. Chefchaouen, Morocco, is famous for its blue and white painted streets, which have earned it the name the Blue City. According to tradition, it was the Jews who lived there during Spanish rule who first began painting them this way. Blue symbolized the sky and reminded them of God's presence. Bibury, England, looks like something out of a fairy tale, with its limestone houses and thatched roofs. This charming village is home to Arlington Row, a row of 14th century houses that is one of the most photographed in the world. Today it belongs to the National Trust, which protects the country's historical treasures. The first car to offer airbags as standard equipment was the 1973 Oldsmobile Toronado. This advancement in automotive safety helps save countless lives by reducing the risk of injury in car accidents. In addition to being an iconic actress of Hollywood's golden age, Hedy Lamarr was also a notable inventor. Along with composer George Antheil, she developed frequency hopping technology that would later be used in wireless communications, including Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The Chapel of Bones in Évora, Portugal, is a macabre and fascinating work built in the 16th century. What makes it truly unique is its decoration, which is almost entirely covered in human bones. It is estimated that the remains of some 5,000 monks were used to adorn its walls and ceilings, creating a striking and somewhat eerie atmosphere. Mount Kailash in Tibet is an enigma that has never been conquered. Despite its imposing height, no one is allowed to climb it, as it is considered sacred by several religions. Instead of climbing it, pilgrims must walk around it as an act of respect and devotion. Hallstatt, in Austria, is a picturesque alpine village that was replicated in China. The replica, built near the city of Huizhou, is almost identical to the original and has become a tourist attraction in China. The molcajete is a traditional Mexican utensil, ideal for grinding and mixing ingredients in the kitchen. Made of volcanic rock, its porous texture allows for crushing chilies, spices, and herbs, enhancing their flavors. Tepache is a traditional Mexican fermented and refreshing drink made primarily from pineapple, although it can also contain ingredients such as cinnamon and piloncillo. Its preparation begins by cooking the pineapple peel with piloncillo. Hobby horsing, which emerged in Finland, transforms traditional horsemanship into a show without real horses, where young riders gallop on stick horses, executing jumps and choreographies with surprising precision. This unusual discipline not only improves physical fitness and coordination, but also celebrates creativity and a passion for horses in a playful and competitive way. The nematomorph worm looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Thin and long like a living thread, it lodges itself in insects like crickets and beetles, which it manipulates into jumping into the water. The reason, once the insect falls into the water, the worm emerges to continue its life cycle in an aquatic environment. Have you heard of the Illuminati? They were a secret society founded in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, based in Bavaria. Their goal was to fight organized religion and the monarchy. They were banned in 1785, but since then, their legend has grown like a shadow over history. Paint a ceiling and earn $500,000? Michelangelo did it in 1512 with the Sistine Chapel. They paid her 3,000 ducats, which would be about $500,000 today. Not bad for years spent gazing upward with a paintbrush. Heavenly art with earthly pay, the cherimoya, native to the Peruvian Andes and the Ecuadorian mountains, has a history dating back to the Incas, who worshipped it. Even Christopher Columbus valued it during his explorations. Its rough green skin hides a creamy white flesh with a flavor that combines pineapple, strawberry, and banana. Did you know there is an animal that can survive in the lowest possible temperatures and also in extremely hot ones? A microscopic animal called the water bear, which lives in aquatic environments such as ponds, lakes, and rivers, and humid environments such as moss and soil. This microorganism has developed a series of adaptations that allow it to survive in completely adverse conditions. As Queen Consort of France during the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette is known for her famous phrase, "Let them eat cake," in response to news that the poor had no bread to eat. Her luxurious lifestyle and supposed indifference to the plight of the French people made her a symbol of monarchical decline. The elephant mosquito, with its imposing size and bright colors, looks like something out of a tropical parade, but it's a silent hero. Unlike its pesky relatives, it doesn't bite or transmit diseases. It prefers to feast on the larvae of other mosquitoes. Its presence in nature is like having an air patrolman who keeps us balanced without even tickling us. Cambodia is known for its famed Angkor Temple complex, including the iconic Angkor Wat. This area contains the largest concentration of religious temples in the world and is a major tourist and cultural destination. What was the first animal to go into space? Laika, a Soviet dog, was the first living being to orbit the Earth aboard Sputnik 2 on November 3, 1957. Although her mission marked a turning point in the space race, Laika did not survive the journey, as there was no technology to bring her back. In Japan, moving companies are so organized that they pack, transport, and, if desired, unpack and organize your belongings in your new home. This service demonstrates how efficiency and attention to detail can transform a stressful experience into a hassle-free process. Moving companies offer a service filled with kindness, taking care of every meticulous detail. Zermatt, a charming town surrounded by impressive mountains, is nestled in the Swiss canton of Visp. From its viewing platforms, tourists can admire the majestic Matterhorn in all its splendor. Zermatt's unique feature is that it is free of motorized vehicles, making it a peaceful, noise-free retreat, a perfect place to unwind and enjoy nature at its finest. In 2020, Megahouse launched a miniature version of the Rubik's Cube, measuring just 0.39 by 0.39 inches and weighing only 0.07 ounces to celebrate its 40th anniversary. This tiny cube is a masterpiece of precision, notable for its minuscule size and detailed workmanship. Despite its small size, it maintains the essence of the classic Rubik's Cube, making it a unique collector's item. Discover the impressive Rainbow Mountains, also known as Vinicunca, located in the Peruvian Andes at over 16,404 feet above sea level. Their colorful slopes, ranging from red to green and blue, are the result of the oxidation of minerals in the earth. The black truffle is a highly sought-after culinary luxury, fetching up to $890 per pound. Its unique flavor and the difficulty of finding it make it an exclusive delicacy. It grows underground and is located with the help of pigs or dogs, trained to detect its aroma. Its rarity and the complexity of harvesting explain its high price, making it one of the world's most prized culinary gems. Check out the Richat structure, located in Mauritania, known as the Eye of the Sahara. This geological formation spans about 31 miles in diameter and features concentric rings of exposed rock. Although believed to have formed by the erosion of a circular basin, some scientists suggest it could have been caused by a meteorite impact. Most impressively, it's visible from space, a true natural mystery. In Mexico, Moon Lake is famous for not filling completely, despite its large size and depth. This strange phenomenon occurs due to a natural underground drainage system, where water flows through cracks to other points, preventing the lake from fully filling. This behavior has fascinated scientists and tourists alike, generating various theories about the dynamics of its ecosystem. Mimi Choi is a Vancouver-based makeup artist known for her striking, surreal illusions. Her style is inspired by artists like Salvador Dali and M.C. Escher, creating visual effects that seem to defy reality, such as split faces and extra eyes. Her work reflects influences from her personal experiences, such as episodes of sleep paralysis that fuel her creativity. The results are so surreal they seem like something out of a nightmare, with each design playing with the perception of reality. Brad Pitt appears in Deadpool 2 for just 2 seconds. He played the Vanisher, an invisible superhero who only becomes visible when electrocuted. For this mini cameo, he charged just $1,000 and a cup of coffee. A luxurious ghost appearance. Eye is an edible bubble that holds water in a membrane made of algae and plants. It was created by Skipping Rocks Lab as an eco-friendly alternative to plastic. You can drink it, then eat it. The Anantara Golden Triangle Resort in Thailand offers a unique experience with its transparent bubble rooms, perfect for observing elephants in their natural habitat. In addition to being a unique experience, part of the resort's profits go to a foundation dedicated to rescuing elephants in Asia, a perfect destination for nature and conservation lovers. Rob Spence is a Canadian filmmaker who, after losing the sight in his right eye due to an accident, decided to replace it with a wireless video camera, becoming a cyborg. At age 9, a shotgun accident caused permanent damage to his eye, leading to its removal in 2007. Instead of opting for a traditional prosthesis, he collaborated with engineers to create a miniature camera that could be placed in the eye socket. In 1992, Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan teamed up to record the iconic music video for Jam, one of the hits from Jackson's album Dangerous. This collaboration became a historic milestone, bringing together two of the most influential figures in entertainment and sports. During filming, which took place on a basketball court, Jackson tried to learn some basketball tricks from Jordan, while the famous NBA player tried to follow the King of Pop's complex dance moves, a cross between musical and sporting talent. Rolled ice cream, or Thai ice cream, is a delicious innovation quickly prepared on a frozen metal plate. The liquid mixture is poured onto the cold surface, creating a thin layer that freezes instantly. Then, using spatulas, it is scraped and rolled into small rolls that are served in a glass to enjoy. In Germany, Kiel University converted its main building into a giant Tetris console. The facade was transformed into an interactive screen where blocks fell in real time, as if the building were playing the game. This project combined art, technology, and gamer nostalgia, attracting glances and smiles. It was a brilliant way to connect architecture with the digital world. Sandboarding is like surfing mountains of sand. You hop on a board and hurtle down giant dunes at full speed. It's the warmer version of snowboarding and can be done standing, sitting, or even lying down. No snow is required, just a little courage and a desire to slide. Ideal for adrenaline lovers in the middle of the desert. The Baird's tapir, the largest land mammal in Central America, is a fascinating animal belonging to the tapir family. With its robust body and short legs, it has a flexible snout that helps it feed on leaves and fruit. Its dark brown fur stands out with a lighter patch on its neck and chest. Nemo 33 in Brussels, Belgium, is one of the deepest pools in the world, at 34.5 meters deep. Its design is geared toward professional and amateur divers and features 2.5 million liters of water at a constant temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. This thermal control allows divers to train without the need for wetsuits. Kenya's Masai Mara National Park is famous for hosting the incredible annual wildebeest and zebra migration, a breathtaking natural spectacle. During this phenomenon, thousands of animals cross crocodile-infested rivers, facing predators and the strong currents. Meet Jeff Dabe, the man with the world's largest hands. They measure over 30 centimeters long, and his palms have a circumference of almost 40 centimeters, as if he were wearing giant gloves. His hands not only attract attention, but also inspire awe everywhere. Chris Kyle decided the ground wasn't enough for his BMX. In his project, Don't Look Down, he built a hanging skate park attached to a huge hot air balloon and soared 600 meters high. There in the sky, he performed breathtaking stunts while floating above the world. More than a sport, this was an act of art, madness, and courage, a feat that redefines what we thought was possible on two wheels. Meet Porter, the world's first driving dog. In New Zealand, a rescue organization demonstrated how amazing dogs can be by teaching 3 of them, including Porter, how to drive a car. These furry friends, rescued from abandonment and abuse, proved that in addition to being adorable, they are geniuses on wheels. In the film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Clementine's hair isn't just a changing look, it's an emotional map. Each color marks a stage with Joel, from the green of fresh infatuation to the red of intense passion. Then comes orange, when things are fading, and blue, a symbol of what fades. Her hair is like a heart's stoplight. It tells us everything without saying anything. Sydney Sweeney can't hide her weakness for cheese, and we don't blame her in the least. Whether it's Gouda or Parmesan, the Everyone But You star melts with every bite. Her grown-up version of Lunchables is pure love with gourmet flair. With a board in hand and a smile from ear to ear, she shares her passion as if it were a dairy romance. The United States is facing a critical nursing shortage, so in a Chicago hospital, technology comes to the rescue. At Elmhurst Memorial Hospital, 2 robot nurses, approximately 5 feet tall, roam the hallways delivering medical supplies to staff. These robots are not only tireless, but operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with only a short break to recharge their batteries. The Vasco E1 headphones at €389 are revolutionizing the way we communicate, translating up to 10 languages in real time. Thanks to their app, they convert voice into text or audio, making language barriers disappear instantly. Developed by the Spanish company Vasco, these devices use artificial intelligence to effortlessly translate conversations. Things as unusual as they are heartwarming happen in nature. A leopard adopting an orphan baboon. She cleaned it, cared for it, and protected it as if it were her own cub. A predator turned adoptive mother, defying all logic. Because sometimes maternal instinct breaks all the rules of the jungle. Before going into space, astronauts train in the desert. Why? Because there they can simulate extreme conditions, practice with their suits, and test their tools in hostile terrain. It sounds crazy, but it's part of routine training for any mission. Forget Queen or the Stones. The biggest concert ever was given by a Frenchman with synthesizers. Jean-Michel Jarre brought together 3.5 million people in Moscow in 1997, making the city vibrate with electronic music. No guitars, no microphones, just beats and lights in a sea of people, a historic rave under the Russian sky. Square wheels? Yes, and I'm not kidding. The Shark Wheel Company designed electric mini-cars with wheels that, although they look like something out of a crazy cartoon, glide better than round ones on various terrain. Rolling at angles has never been so smooth or so practical. A geometric revolution on wheels. On the island of Bahia, Brazil, a community has transformed aluminum cans into original sound costumes. On Madre de Deus, more than 30 participants paraded through the streets in costumes called Piero, made from 1,600 beer and soda cans. These costumes are not only visually striking, but also make sounds as they move, creating a unique experience. Speed cubing prodigy Max Park has achieved an impressive world record by solving a 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube in just 3.13 seconds. The 21-year-old American broke the previous record of 3.47 seconds, set in 2018 by Chinese cubist Yu Xendo. The Chinese internet is buzzing about a sculpture called The Kiss in the Sky in Wulong, Chongqing. Some people are mocking its unusual shape, while others are eager to climb it. Interestingly, the sculpture is inspired by an ancient Chinese legend that tells the love story of a prince and a fairy. And the best part? Tourists can actually climb to the top of the sculpture. It stands more than 164 feet above the ground and is located on a mountain over 3,900 feet high. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov in a series of chess matches. It was the first time a computer had defeated a world champion in a full game, marking a significant milestone in the development of artificial intelligence. Casa Batlló is a famous modernist building in Barcelona, Spain, designed by architect Antoni Gaudí and known for its surreal and colorful facade. The design is said to be inspired by nature and features shapes that evoke the bone anatomy and skin texture of a dragon. The Ili pica is a tiny mammal discovered in the Tian Shan Mountains of China in 1983, which has become one of the rarest and critically endangered species. Although it resembles a rabbit, it is much smaller and has short ears. Its unique appearance and difficult access make it a true enigma of nature. Jai Alai, originally from the Basque Country, is the sport that uses the fastest ball in the world. This ball, known as a basketball, can reach speeds of up to 186 miles per hour, surpassing the speed of many other balls in traditional sports. A true madness of speed and skill. The artworks of Adrian M. and Claire B. combine augmented reality with physical elements to create immersive and interactive experiences. Their work fuses real-time animations with fluid movements, transforming the perception of space into striking visual illusions. They use devices such as tablets and smartphones to superimpose digital layers over real objects, bringing to life geometric shapes, dynamic fluids, and dreamlike figures that respond to the viewer's movement. The Neo Gamma is the next-generation humanoid robot created by the Norwegian company Unix Technologies, designed to assist with household chores and provide companionship. With its friendly appearance, covered by a knitted suit that conceals its metallic structure, it stands out for its fluid movements that mimic human gait. Songkran is the Thai water festival that marks the Buddhist New Year. During this festival, people throw water at each other in the streets as a symbol of purification and renewal. It is one of the largest and most colorful festivals in Thailand. Sid Meier's Civilization 7 VR is the first version of the popular virtual reality strategy series, developed by Playside Studios and published by 2K. Exclusive to MetaQuest 3 and 13S, this title will offer an immersive experience in which players can manage civilizations from a virtual command table, as if it were an interactive board game. Stephen Wiltshire, a British artist with autism and an impressive photographic memory, is able to draw entire cities from memory. Isolated with headphones while listening to music from the 70s and 80s, he has been recreating, in public, the enormous Mexico City that he captured during a brief flyover of less than half an hour. Brian Shaw, born on February 26, 1982, is an American strongman noted for his incredible strength and 4 World's Strongest Man titles. Standing 6 feet 11 inches tall and weighing over 400 pounds, he has made his mark in extreme competitions such as the Atlas Stone Lift and the nearly 1,100 pounds deadlift, becoming one of the most dominant athletes in the history of the sport. During 25 days of intense craftsmanship, a talented sculptor hand-carved an incredible Venom figure using mahogany, one of the most elegant and durable woods. With the help of his brother, they sped up the process and managed to capture every muscular and sinister detail of the character with surprising precision. The result is a stunning statue that seems to emerge alive from the wood itself, fusing geeky artistry and carpentry mastery. Discover Jesse Garcia's hyper-realistic spider tattoos, so detailed they appear to be popping out of the skin. Through expert shading and contrast, each design comes to life with a stunning 3-dimensional effect. From the texture of the exoskeleton to the finest legs, Jesse captures the essence of each species with surgical precision. Sony surprised the world with an electric flying vehicle concept that looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Capable of taking off and landing vertically, it can carry up to 4 people at speeds approaching 150 miles per hour. Its compact and lightweight design is made to conquer city skies. And best of all, it's 100% electric, with a range of 250 miles, perfect for flying without polluting. 3-player chess takes strategy to the next level, turning each game into a game of wits, fleeting alliances, and unexpected betrayals. On a hexagonal or circular board, 3 armies face off in a mental dance, where attacking can be as dangerous as standing still. Every move must consider not 1, but 2 possible counterattacks. Here more than ever, patience and cunning are the best pieces on the board. Glass blowing is like magic turned into art. An incandescent mass is transformed through pure breath into delicate pieces full of brilliance and personality. With just a metal tube and a steady hand, artisans bring to life glasses, bottles, and figurines that seem frozen in time. Every imperfect bubble or curve is a signature of human fire and skill. Father and son Luke and Mike Bell broke records by creating the world's fastest quadcopter drone, the Peregrine 2. After months of testing and fine-tuning, this drone reached an impressive speed of 298 miles per hour, surpassing the previous title holder. The feat, achieved on April 21st, was not easy. As Luke explains, there were many challenges, including the risk of the drone catching fire before takeoff. The Australian gecko is a true master of desert adaptation. Its hydrophobic skin repels water, preventing moisture from staying on its body, allowing it to survive in arid climates without losing vital water. Thanks to specialized microstructures in its skin, such as the lotus effect, it protects itself from condensation in extreme temperatures. Blind sprinters competing in the Paralympic Games are accompanied by a guide who plays a crucial role in their performance. The guide runs alongside the athlete, keeping them in the correct lane and helping them avoid obstacles. Both are connected by a short tether, allowing for constant and precise communication. This collaboration is essential to ensuring the athlete's safety and success. There's a storm simulator that allows you to experience winds of up to 103 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. This device, used for educational and research purposes, offers an immersive experience that helps people understand the destructive force of extreme weather events. It's also a valuable tool for training emergency teams and raising awareness about the importance of disaster preparedness. A restaurant in Miami, Florida, uses a robot to serve its guests. Astro is a robot that assists the servers at Sergio's, a well-known restaurant in the city. Its tasks include bringing food to the tables and facilitating service, improving the efficiency of the servers, and even wishing diners happy birthday. Mehran Karimi Nasseri, an Iranian refugee, spent 18 years living in Terminal 1 of Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris. Although life at the airport was not comfortable, he found food, safety, and heating, which gave him more stability than other options. Over time, he fully adapted to life between the gates, and airport staff even helped him clean his clothes. His extraordinary story was the inspiration for the film The Terminal. The golden lion tamarin, a tiny primate from Brazil, is notable for its golden mane, resembling a lion's. It measures between 12 and 16 inches in length, not including its tail, and boasts resplendent fur. However, its beauty is threatened by the destruction of its natural habitat, putting it on the brink of extinction. The urgent conservation of their environment is essential to ensure the survival of this unique species. Andrew Dahl, a young man with surprising talent, set a world record by inflating 27 balloons using only his nose in 3 minutes. Although the record now stands at 28 balloons, his original feat remains memorable for its originality and skill. This quirky and astonishing achievement highlights the creativity and unique skills that can put someone in the record books. In Japan, there is a sweet that seems out of this world: mochi. It is created by pounding glutinous rice into a traditional, elastic, and sparkling mass. Expert hands then transform it into soft balls that hide surprising fillings. Although its peak time is New Year's, it sneaks into many celebrations, always leaving a lasting impression on the palate. The friendship between Walt Disney and Ubworks was strained by the growing popularity of Mickey Mouse, a character created by iWorks, although Disney took credit for it. In 1928, it was Ub who designed Mickey Mouse and animated his first film, but public recognition went almost entirely to Disney. This unequal recognition sowed tension between the two, who were once great friends and partners. On the Chinese space station Tiangong, astronauts aren't the only ones floating around. They're also vegetables. They've already managed to harvest lettuce, cherry tomatoes, and green onions using only water and nutrients without soil. A space garden in orbit, paving the way for living and eating in space. The salad of the future is grown among the stars. Shrimp can sneeze. Although it sounds like a joke, they do it to expel impurities or clear their gill cavities. It's not an achha like ours, but the movement is quite similar. In Japan, Christmas smells like fried chicken. Since the 1970s, KFC became a Christmas tradition thanks to a campaign that won over palates. Today, entire families reserve their buckets weeks in advance. The festive combo: chicken, cake, and champagne. A Kentucky Derby Christmas. Who would win in a race between a Formula One car, a GP motorcycle, and a rally car? The answer depends on the terrain. On a pure speed circuit, the F1 car is the favorite, with its incredible speed. But on uneven or mixed terrain, the rally car takes advantage thanks to its agility and endurance. Ultimately, the race would be a battle where the type of track decides the champion. The Queen's Gambit series had a surprising impact on the world of chess, generating a notable increase in sales of chessboards and books about the game. In some markets, such as the United States, sales of chess sets grew by as much as 87%, while chess books saw an impressive increase of 603%. In Thailand, the Lantern Festival, or Yi Peng, is a breathtaking spectacle that takes place in Chiang Mai. This event, which marks the end of the rainy season and the beginning of winter, is celebrated during the full moon in November, according to the Thai calendar. The night is filled with floating lanterns, creating a magical atmosphere. Did you know that the first recorded serial killer was Gilles de Rais, a 15th century French nobleman? Although he was a companion of Joan of Arc, his dark legacy portrays him as a monster who kidnapped and murdered children. In the rainforest of Borneo, some orphaned orangutans face a very tropical challenge: cracking open coconuts. As their human caretakers show them the trick, they watch, imitate, and strive. With each hit, they get closer to the delicious prize, learning through play with a coconut flavor. In a cave on Sulawesi Island, Indonesia, lies a gem from the past, a wild pig painted 45,500 years ago. It's the oldest known figurative work and was found alongside human figures. More than a drawing, it's a window to the origins of art in the symbolic mind. Our ancestors were already artists. In the Shilin region of China, trees don't grow, but stones. This forest is made up of giant rocks that look like trunks and branches, sculpted by erosion over millions of years. Its fantastical appearance makes it the setting for legends and movies. Did you know that elephants are excellent swimmers? This ability allows them to cross rivers and lakes in their natural habitat. Despite their large size, they are able to stay afloat thanks to their dense body and a trunk that functions like a snorkel, allowing them to breathe while swimming. Elephants use their legs similarly to the oars of a boat, moving them in a wide range of motion to propel themselves through the water. Fireworks bulls are a tradition at various festivals, especially in Spain and Latin America. These bull-shaped figures, made of metal or reed structures, are filled with fireworks and pyrotechnic materials. During the celebrations, they are lit, producing a spectacle of lights, sparks, and explosions as the structure advances toward the public or travels through the streets. The oarfish is an incredibly long, slender marine fish, famous for its impressive size and serpentine body. It can reach up to 36 feet in length, making it one of the longest bony fish on the planet. Its flexible body, covered in small scales, and its dorsal fin that runs the length of its body allow it to move with an elegant undulation. It lives in deep waters, especially in tropical and subtropical oceans. The black-horned bat is a majestic, large bird famous for its impressive beak, which is large, curved, and has a helmet-like structure on top, known as a tubercle. Native to the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, its plumage is primarily black with a white patch on the wings, and its bare face stands out in a vibrant red color. The Honduran white bat looks like a magical creature. With its completely white fur and yellow ears and nose, it hides in the jungles of Central America. Although only a few centimeters long, it is a true natural architect, building shelters by rolling up heliconia leaves like tents. It lives in small colonies and feeds primarily on fruit, spending its days hidden among dense vegetation like a small tropical ghost. The so-called hot ice seems like something out of a magic potion. It's a sodium acetate solution that, after being supercooled, remains liquid until a simple touch triggers a surprising reaction. Upon contact with a crystal or imperfection, it solidifies in seconds, forming crystalline structures while releasing a wave of heat. Sergei Cadenas' works are like a visual puzzle that comes to life with every turn. His kinetic technique transforms simple portraits into a dynamic experience, changing shape depending on the angle from which you view them. With raised vertical brush strokes and layers of paint, he fuses realism with a futuristic touch, creating images of faces that appear to be in constant motion. The core power ocean, C4, is like the heartbeat of the ocean converted into energy. Harnessing the power of waves, it efficiently converts marine motion into electricity with zero environmental impact. Its compact and rugged design allows it to withstand harsh ocean conditions, generating up to 1 megawatt of power. By producing no emissions and respecting marine ecosystems, it is positioned as a sustainable and cost-effective, long-term option for generating clean energy. The world record for the longest domino wall is 169.6 feet. This was set in Taylor, Michigan on April 2, 2022. Planning for this challenge took over a month, and construction of the wall took 6 days. Despite some bumps and falling pieces, the wall held up, and the team managed to complete the feat without a single domino accidentally falling. Red Bull Paper Wings is a competition that takes paper airplane flying to the next level, challenging participants from around the world to fly their creations as far as possible, keep them in the air, or perform amazing stunts. With events in various cities, this competition tests aerodynamic skills and precision, especially in the freestyle category, where only a standard sheet of paper is allowed to create the airplane. Kim Kardashian takes her perfectionism to the next level, even in her driver's license photo. To make her look perfect, she brought in her professional makeup team to make sure everything was just right, from contouring to lighting. She scrutinized every detail, carefully, meticulously aligning the angle and facial expression as if she were in a photo shoot. China discovered a true energy treasure hidden in Inner Mongolia, a colossal thorium deposit. This mineral, more abundant and efficient than uranium, could power nuclear reactors for 60,000 years. With nearly 1 million tons underground, the discovery promises to revolutionize the country's energy future. In 2023, Burma suffered a devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake that devastated Mandalay, a city famous for its exquisite gold plating. With more than 2,000 lives lost, the impact was brutal, not only due to the human tragedy, but also due to the irreparable cultural damage. Recovery is arduous and slow, further complicated by the political crisis plaguing the country. The Tower of Life, soon to be built in Dakar, will be a marvel of sustainable architecture. With a 3D printed clay facade, it will blend harmoniously with its surroundings, housing a native forest within, inspired by the aerial roots of the towering baobab trees. This tower will be a gem of biomimicry. I bet you didn't know that some sea slugs decapitate themselves to survive. Yes, they literally cut off their own heads when they get sick, and then regenerate their entire bodies. Incredible self-healing ability. In the heart of Ukraine, the Tunnel of Love is a natural paradise where romance blossoms. This magical railway passageway is covered by a canopy of trees that, over time, have intertwined to form a green tunnel. Known as a romantic destination, it's where couples find a special connection surrounded by beauty. In the 1960s, McDonald's tried to innovate with a hamburger called the Hula Burger, which featured grilled pineapple and cheese. Although the idea was original, the combination failed to capture the public's interest and quickly disappeared from the menu. In aquariums, feeding manta rays requires a special process. To prevent other fish from stealing food, a tube or hose is used to deliver food directly to the bottom of the tank. Additionally, the staff trains the rays to approach a specific spot during feeding time, making feeding easier and ensuring each one receives its fair share. Do you know Carnix? It's a wind instrument so terrifying that it was used by the Celts in the Iron Age to instill fear on the battlefield. Made of bronze and with a boar's head at the end, this instrument was played during wars and religious rituals. In 1993, archaeologists and musicologists managed to restore one of these instruments, and its terrifying sound could finally be heard again. The orange clothing worn by prisoners is not only a matter of style, but also of functionality and safety. The color orange is selected because it is highly visible, facilitating supervision in prisons. This hue also symbolizes the distinction between inmates and other groups, highlighting their legal status. Beyoncé's song Irreplaceable, which we all know for its famous to the left, was actually originally written for country singer Shania Twain. But since Twain decided not to record it, Beyoncé included it on her album B-Day, and it ended up becoming a worldwide hit, a decision that changed the history of pop. Meryl Streep is the undisputed queen of Oscar nominations, with an impressive record of 21 nominations. Although her number of statuettes isn't as high as her nominations, she has taken home 3 awards. Meerkats are social creatures that live in groups called clans, where they work together to hunt, raise their young, and stay safe from predators. While the others forage for food, one of them stands watch from a high position, acting as the group's guard. Every year, Cooper's Hill, Gloucestershire, hosts the famous Cheese Rolling Festival. Participants race downhill to reach a round Gloucester cheese as it rolls down the hill. The first to reach the finish takes the cheese as a prize. The 1886 Benz patent motor wagon number 3, built by Carl Benz, is the oldest automobile still in working order. This 3-wheeled vehicle is considered the world's first gasoline-powered car. It's currently on display at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Germany, a key piece of automotive history. A true pioneer of the automotive industry, Arctic foxes are perfectly adapted to extreme cold thanks to their thick coat of fur, which keeps them warm in the frigid Arctic climates. Plus, their furry paws function like snow boots, allowing them to walk on the snow without sinking. And this is all Zarpado, people. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more facts.